We could acknowledge greatness.
I've been acknowledging greatness. You're the one that's been hesitant to jump on board. I've been acknowledging greatness for months.
We're finally here. All this, hey, what if they lose 3 games? I got to see them lose 1. What if they lose 2? I got to see them lose 1. They still haven't lost. They're a lock. I wrote the column Friday. I did HQ, all this stuff. They're a lock, folks. Not only is Miami a lock, Miami is of no threat to go to Dayton. Could lose the first game in the MAC tournament quarters to UMass. Wouldn't surprise me if it happened. Won't be going to Dayton. We'll get to the bubble stuff in just a minute here. Not going to happen. Travis Steele's team is going to the tournament. Josh, what toss up those results here from the poll here. I wanted to see what folks thought they're going to end up seed-wise. They're in. It's not debatable. This isn't just like me saying it and thinking it's going to. I know it's going to be true. I having talked to committee members when we did the mock selection committee and knowing how much a 0 running the table means, what that reflects. I know they're not top 75 in any predicted mainstream metric. I don't care. Right now, they are top 30 in WAB and in strength of record. And by the way, they inadvertently picked up another quad 2 win because Wright State happened to stumble into just getting into that category. So as I wrote Friday night, and GP wrote about this in his top 25 and 1 as well, if you in any way find yourself trying to drag this team down, you have so brutally missed the point and missed the plot. This team is the best of college basketball and what it can bring in the month of March. I don't know if we will. I really don't know if we'll ever see something like this again in this era with the portal and NIL. A mid-major team go 31-0, run the regular season table. By the way, the regular season is going to get larger. So it will be 32, 33. It'll probably be at least 34 games in the next 5 years. You really might not ever see something like this again. And that game on Friday was incredible. You are going to your rival's place. That is real hatred. They had not won in that building in 15 years. The broadcast was awesome. Miami couldn't stop picking up dead ball technical fouls. It got a flagrant. It looked like it was in doubt. Jeff Bowles was as excited as could be. And you could even hear, if you picked it up every so often on the broadcast, those Miami players in hostile territory, they were on the receiving end of some real lashings. And so that's why at the end of that game, when Miami won, and you saw Peter Suter, Miami's best player, waving goodbye, you saw bench guys running off onto the court, flipping the bird at the Ohio students. Yeah, I actually think it's amazing. I think this is a great thing for college basketball because that's a real rivalry. They had to listen to it for 2 hours. They had to take this game even beyond into overtime. 218 points were needed to decide the 218th meeting ever between these two schools. How poetically perfect is that? One of the most memorable regular season games I can recall in recent history, and Miami did it with a perfect regular season on the line. I look forward to seeing where this team is slotted on Selection Sunday and what seed it gets. That's still up for debate because we got to see if it can run the table entirely or if it's going to take a loss. But that was amazing, and I love the fact that Miami did this on a weekend where so many teams in the bubble conversation just did a pratfall. Vomit on their shoes, soup on their shorts, couldn't stop losing left and right, everywhere you look. Not Miami. That team doesn't know how to lose yet. 31-0. It knows how to win no matter what. It has more road wins by, I think, 2, if not 3, than any team in the country. It's in the tournament. It's in the tournament with room to spare. It will play its first tournament game either on Thursday or Friday of the tournament week. You will not see this team anywhere close to Dayton.
At risk of exposing myself as a poor sport, I love
great teams taunt, GP.
I love double birds. I'm a big fan of double birds. I just think they're funny. I also like booing, not yelling obscenities. Just this. When you see something you don't like, just doing this. Boo! I just think that's funny. That we just decided that's how you show disdain for something. Boo! I like the double bird. I know it's not the best sportsmanship, but I enjoy it. I'm with you. Obviously, like, what are we talking about? This is a great story. We should be arguing for the Indianas and the Auburns over something like this. Do you know how bad Indiana fans hate their team? How bad Auburn fans hate their team? Like, hey, selection committee. This is always, maybe this is a new process we should put into the equation. Before, when we're really scrubbing and trying to weigh this at large against that at large, maybe we get to a point where we go, but do these people even like their team? Be like, no, they Auburn fans? No, they hate their team. Are you crazy? How could they not? And be like, okay, what about Indiana fans? No, bro, they always hate their team and always hate their coach. Since Bob Knight, everything that's come after that has just been hated consistently. Okay, what about Miami Hell? They love it. They love their team. They love Peter Suter. They love everything. All right, then let's do them then. This is easy. One story is great, and the other ones are silly. I like the great one. Go Red Hawks. Flap with
Red
you.
Hawks.
You want to flap?
Sure, we'll flap.
Flap a little bit.
Flapping. Red Hawks, Red Lock. Incredible stuff. The chat has voted. Before I reveal the results, GP, what seed, you got to factor in whether you think it runs the table or not. What seed will Miami have on Selection Sunday?
They'll have a 10. I'd give them something better, but I think they'll get something like a 9 or a 10.
Biggest result is the 8-9 game, 37%. Number 2 is 10 or 11 seed at 31%. Third best result is 7 or better at 25%, and then a 12 seed at 7%. The tournament needs no extra juice, but the one thing that gives it even more is to have any team that enters in and has a 0 in the loss column on its first game. That would be incredible. I wonder if it can get there. Akron still rates better. It's still more likely than not to lose a game, but that's been true for Miami the entire season. I will say, you said 10? I think I'm with you. I'll say when we get to Selection Sunday, Miami is sitting on the 10 line.